with a defensive error gifting Real Madrid their second goal. Real Madrid equalising 8 minutes after going behind. So this match on an even keel, but it's an early away goal for Bayern Munich. Obviously they'd have had to have been by 2 clear goals to go through automatically, as Lewandowski tries to turn in the penalty area. Ramos is in close attendance. Lewandowski is appealing for a penalty. He's not going to get it. Kieran Sakir tells him to get up. It's a nice incisive ball in, and whether it's just cramped for room.
Well, I don't think this is a natural. I don't think this is a natural fall. I think it's a fall out, whether he's caught either by accident or he is tripped up. He falls too heavily and too quickly as they come forward again. Ramos intercepts, but here come Bayern.
Down the right channel. It's with Tolisso bringing it forward. Tries a low ball into the feet of Muller, and it's Ramos who's intercepted for a second time in the build-up to that one. They do look stretched, Real Madrid at the back, but by the same token, they're stretching Bayern Munich, as they are on this occasion. Benzema on the right, gets into the box, pulls it back towards the penalty spot, took a little deflection, it's behind Ronaldo. Bayern Munich should be able to mop up James Rodriguez with a good ball to Lewandowski, who's got Thomas Muller ahead of him, but that's it. Checks back, finds Kimmich, and Bayern will have to start again. In fairness to Bayern, they did put out a relatively attacking lineup. I know they're missing plenty of key players, but the fact that Tolisso and Thiago, come back to that in a moment, because Alaba pulls it back to the edge of the box, and Marcelo will hesitancy at the back. There's just more defenders there than attackers, and in the end one of them is able to clear, but Marcelo left it for somebody else. Ramos and Varane were looking at each other. I think eventually Vasquez was able to clear his lines. Tolisso has it for Bayern Munich. Thiago switch of play back to James Rodriguez on the halfway line. I mean, it's quite an attacking midfield, isn't it, for Bayern Munich, considering Javi Martinez, a defensive players on the bench.
Yeah, exactly that. Of course, Vidal out for the season. He would have been starting tonight. Long ball over the top from Rodriguez. That's cleared away. I say it's cleared. They're giving it straight back here of Real Madrid to Bayern. Here Tolisso, Constantine Tolisso, lets fly right-footed. Blocked. Marcelo again, heavy touch, kicks it straight out for a throw-in. I wish I'd have started a tally from the first minute of the errors at the back from both of these two teams. It's not one for the purists. I'm enjoying it, I'm not going to lie. It's in the 20 minutes in, I've enjoyed the first opening to it. But, yeah, like you say, Tolisso can get forward. He likes to drive through the middle. James Rodriguez will go walkabouts. And Thiago Alcantara is a player that can pick a pass and much more attacking than Javi Martinez, who, no offence to him, often you don't know he's playing because Bayern always have the ball.
Here's Alaba down the left-hand side, cuts inside Modric, back to Franck Ribéry, though 25 yards out into the box. Thomas Muller, is he onside? Chance, he pulls it back, looking for I think that was Thiago. Flag stayed down, he could have shot, so it would have been on his weaker left. He tried to tee up a more central teammate, didn't quite work. And it's clever play in the end from Bayern Munich, but the final pass. Just eluding them on that again. Benzema back there helping out. This is a free kick. Say,
Gets a lot of the ball, and then Lewandowski throws himself to the ground. Muller didn't agree with it. Giant figure of Sula.
Rails is defensive. No Casemiro.
Yeah, I mean, only Kovacic, apart from that.
Centre-backs trying to play right flank for Bayern. It's been a terrific first 20 minutes from the neutral perspective. Both the clubs here have had the goal to celebrate.
Yeah, well, I say Cruz will slightly push back. Everyone else answered, there's no doubt about that.
Slick play from Real Madrid in the midfield. Stop.
Sula carried out, and here come Bayern again. Ribéry. Great tussle.
On the outside of the D, it's a good strike as Bayern come again. James Rodriguez. Slips a lovely ball down the channel. Nobody's marking David Alaba, has got right to the byline. Time and space, cross towards the far post. Thomas Muller doesn't get off the ground. It's still kept alive. Kimmich back into the middle. Lewandowski got there just ahead of Keylor Navas. Has he kept it in? Lewandowski got a slight touch. Navas couldn't control it, but the flag has gone up. It has gone behind for a corner. And again, wide positions. Real Madrid have just got nobody.
Yeah, I mean, Nacho's not the quickest, but he is the man that's warming up. I mean, he has been injured in the build-up as Nacho, but I wondered if Zidane's thinking, well, this is getting a little bit frustrating, to be honest, and he might try and switch it up. But Kimmich is going to come across to take the corner. I think Keylor Navas trying to fool everybody by running away with the ball as he swings it in towards the near post, headed towards goal by Muller. Back to Kimmich, he floats it this time. Underneath it is Hummels, he heads it straight under the post towards Keylor Navas. And Bayern, if they'd been crafty enough, would have had somebody under Navas to unsettle him, but didn't react quick enough. I'm just looking, in fact, Rob, I don't know whether Varane's injured or he's just feeling the effects of a challenge in mid-air, because he was just a little bit behind all of his teammates bending down as here's Kovacic through the middle out to Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo right edge of the area has got Benzema on the overlap. Can't quite work the nutmeg pass, but it comes back to Ronaldo. It goes left-footed from the edge of the box on the turn, right on the angle. I mean, it's his swinger, if you like. He's got a pretty decent left foot, in fairness to him, but didn't quite get that right. Bayern Munich have taken the goal kick quickly, but there's still 2 balls on the pitch, and it does mean that they'll have to take it again. Passing the midway point of...
Real have never lost back-to-back home games in Europe as a measure of the Bayern task. Certainly making a good job of it at the moment and asking all the questions.
The first half, very scrappy game in truth. Both sides
Hardly mentioned Asensio, who's been given that free role that Isco normally plays in. It's pretty worked out for him so far. Thiago still going, loop it through for Lewandowski, heading out by Sergio Ramos. Miller competing for
defensive viewpoint. They've looked a little bit through ball. He turned Ramos. There was a coming to... Well,
Nacho continues to stretch. Muller just gives Kroos a slight nudge. They both jump for the ball.
with the home side. It remains Real Madrid 1.
Going through quite a vigorous warm-up. My guess is still...
Zidane just having a word with Vasquez there. Maybe Vasquez having a word with Zidane. What do I do?
Varane for the time being, but as Vasquez goes long over the top, looking for Benzema. He's going to go into the corner flag, try and get a throw-in out of this, or at least a corner, one of the two. And he does get a throw-in. Karim Benzema does well down the right-hand side, just a hard yards, and Nacho is coming on. And it looks like Varane is going off. Don't like blowing my own trumpet, but I did spot that 4 minutes ago. As Vasquez is going to come across to take this throw-in, with a wry smile on Vasquez's face as he gets to the official. There's Modric with a nudge in the back, and Modric is just muscled far too easily off that ball. Vasquez nibbles back to put pressure on Bayern. The Madrid crowd behind the goal to the right of the camera point goes ballistic as Vasquez is punished. But I may have seen Nacho on occasion to steady away, but never a nice blow for a team. Injury worry less than just over halfway through the first half.
Yeah, well, we talked about the defensive problems, and I think losing one of your first choice centre halves is never going to be easy.
I guess he thought Danny would have studied the footage of the first leg of that period in the game after Danny Carvajal got off, and Carvajal was really troubled by Ribery. I turned it not by him. But Lucas Vasquez did a bit better while the bib's going back on again. So changes.
You see crosses coming in from wide positions, full backs apart, particularly inexperienced.
Now Thiago. So nothing to the right, so he goes back to James Rodriguez. Ribery switching across. Kimmich, who took that superbly. Now Muller.
And if the fans don't necessarily agree,
They told to go back out and warm up, as if Varane said to them, can I have another go at this? And forward, as I say, that commentator's curse gives it away, wins it back though. Header out to Alaba. He was one that was struggling with injury pre-kick-off. This is the man on the opposite side in his position, Marcelo, who has scored in every knockout round of the competition so far. And that was played back now. Can you cushion it across the left-hand side? Yes, they can. And here is Modric gliding forward. The Croatian gets towards the edge of the box, then cuts back on himself. There is Vasquez. Quite find it quite amusing that I've seen Real Madrid now attempts 3 of those no-look passes when they're on their own with nobody marking them. Just trying to keep it a little bit flashy. Here is Varane in possession. A shocking first touch from him. But he looks so... I mean, again, we can't tell, Rob, but he looks to be running quite freely for me.
Yeah, you just don't know. He might have been able to run it off. Could have been just a little knock and he was feeling it. I mean, if it's a strain or he's tweaked something, I can't imagine that's going to be okay. Although he's started to come forward, but then goes back. It doesn't look as though it's a problem at the moment. I mean, he is looking over his shoulder, but I think they're trying to play a bit of total football. He's actually ahead of Kovacic at the moment. The triangle's well there under pressure.
Oh, he's off. It's Rafael Varane. What a ball out to the right-hand side. He's getting slowly back to his feet as Asensio cuts forward across the goal to Ronaldo. Marcelo in the overlap. He cuts it to him. Marcelo in the box. Can he cut it back? He tries, but out comes Ulreich and saves it, I think, with the inside of his left knee. Ronaldo complaining at the pass from Marcelo. He should have cut it back. If I'm honest, Rob, I thought Ronaldo should have shot.
Well, I'm thinking Marcelo didn't need a touch because Vasquez and Asensio, they were free at the far post, but he took a touch and he was closed down. I mean, they were still free. If he snicked it past the blocker, it's a tap in at the far stick, providing, of course, the keeper didn't intercept.
Yeah, here's Cruyff then from a corner across the face of goal, takes a wicked deflection, still not fully clear, and Tolisso does launch it long now, only as far as Kovacic inside the centre circle. Here is Modric down the line, trying to stay on side with Lucas Vasquez, and he's done... No, he hasn't. He's done that, I was going to say, but he hasn't, according to the official. That's that annoying rule where they now don't raise the flags until they've touched the ball and got going again. And we get a replay of it, and they've got it right though, the official. He is offside. He was in behind Alaba. See a replay here of that Ronaldo chance to Marcelo. He gets the ball, Ronaldo, and it opens up nicely for him. Albeit, I think Marcelo is in a better position. He has got a point, Ronaldo. But then Ronaldo on the cutback was in so much space, and he went for the ball across the face of goal, and it never came off. So it remains one apiece, 3-2 on aggregate, and it remains a very interesting game as well. The Bernabeu in Madrid. Here is telling. So they're older, more veteran-like players, and start of Frendowski. I think after
Head of Ribery. There's the wrist that's down this near side. Bayern might be in trouble. Asensio stretch away. Thiago playing with great responsibility.
I think so far it's a little bit sluggish up top, as Rob. I think he was well and truly away.
Yeah.
Champions League winners medal. This is a substitute not used at Wembley 2011. On from Ribery.
I mean, it's decent defending, and they think they're filling in the gaps at Bayern Munich. It's not as if they're stretched really to his area and clear. I mean, Kimmich and Alaba are just getting found out a little bit like the Real Madrid full-backs. There's just gaps there, and when the centre-halves are getting pulled out, it just looks like the white shirts are queuing up if they can find a cross. They haven't since the goal, obviously, but I don't think Real Madrid are not going to score a second.
No, I must admit, I'm not surprised if either of these get another goal before half-time. Albeit Bayern has had a little drying up of action as we see the ball come forward. There's Modric flicked on, crucial interception from Sule to make sure Modric's flick onto Ronaldo can't get there. But Ronaldo had stayed on side. Real Madrid just edging this ever so slightly in the final third as James Rodriguez goes out to the right-hand side, picks out Kimmich, who's going to take a couple of touches into the Madrid half and make his way to the touchline. He now goes back on himself, inside to James Rodriguez once more. Rodriguez spins, turns, goes cross-field, left-footed pass out towards David Alaba. It did look like the minute it left his boot, he'd put too much on it, and that was the case. Half an hour gone. I fancied Bayern pre-kick-off. Do you agree with my sentiment that Lewandowski's not really firing?
Yeah, I don't think he fired in the first leg, but I mean, who is actually firing in this game? We talked about all the mistakes that they're making. I'm wondering what James Rodriguez does in this side. You'd associate him with kind of an attacking midfielder, but he just seems to sit in a very central position, often deeper than everybody else.